Have you ever read the fable of the ant and the grasshopper? The fable highlights the importance of hard work and austerity. What if the grasshopper lived a better life than the ant? Do you think that would be fair? This story is a classic by William Somerset Maugham that talks about the life little ironies. The objectives of the story explain the elements and characteristics of short stories and narratives. Understand literary terms while comprehending short story. It creates a short narratives, story with collaboration, and analyze characteristics of short stories. Introduction about the author. William Somerset Maugham is one of the most productive, multi-talented and popular writers of 20th century. He is English novelist, playwright and short story writer. Maugham's experiences and travels influenced his writing. His works is characterized by a clear, unadorned style, cosmopolitan settings and shrewd understanding of human nature. Introductions about the story. The Ant and the Grasshopper, well-known fable of La Fontaine of the same title. Two important characters, George and Tom, the representations of ant and the grasshopper of Aesop's fables. Hard labor of George liked the ant, whereas grasshopper Tom enjoyed his life. The title of the story. Maugham's The Ant and the Grasshopper is the modern adaptations of the fable. Maugham presented the reality of life in this modern world. Honesty, wisdom, industry and common sense are not always paid properly. The idle, dishonest, worthless and rogue, Tom married an old lady who left him a large property after her death. Thus the title strikingly reflects the ironies of life in modern times. The story. The Ant and the Grasshopper reverses the moral of traditional fable. Two brothers, the unprincipled and carefree Tom and the hardworking, respectable George. A different turn from the thought of fable. The presentations of nature of people of the present world. The lifelong hard work, common sense and wisdom did not pay George properly and richly, whereas his brother earned a lot by dint of his crafty and calculated marriage. The characters in the story is George Ramsay and Tom Ramsay are the brothers. George is hardworking, decent, respectable and straightforward, whereas Tom is portrayed as an idle, worthless, dissolute and dishonorable rogue. George believed in philosophy of action, whereas Tom does not care about discipline. He used to engage himself in gambling, racing, philandering with the beautiful girls, dancing and eating in most costly restaurants. The theme of the story: Maugham, a major literary craftsman of the century, a tale about individual tolerance, altruism, and understanding. A paradox: a crafty man, not at all ideal, is the most beneficial to survive in a modern world of today. George is free from showy activities, therefore, he earns our sympathy. The story reveals the themes: exploitations and blackmailing, survival, irony of human fate. A mockery of Maugham towards the legends of the fable, the ant and the grasshopper. Critical appreciation. Maugham exerts his philosophy of defining value in the manner of unmasking the shell. The narrative's structure of the story is framing. Setting: the story sets at a restaurant in noon. The style of narrations is muscular, energetic, and pulsating. The contrast is skillfully employed in presenting different angles of vision of the two brothers. George's true nature and feelings are unveiled to expose the hypocrisy prevalent in the cosmopolitan urban world. Maugham exhibits the paradox of life. Conclusions. In The Ant and the Grasshopper, Maugham has presented two interesting characters. They are brothers, but they differ from each other in their nature and attitude to life. George lives his life to a moral code, while Tom, on the other hand, appears to live his life recklessly. In modern terms, Tom might be considered, rightly or wrongly, to be lovable rogue or scoundrel. Both George and Tom have one thing in common: a love for money. Though money is necessity in life, both men are also aware of its power and its ability to influence others.